The title refers to man as the director of the force, by which he transforms his consciousness and reaches the stage known to occultists as initiation. The number one, which is geometrically symbolized as a point, means concentration, attention, a limiting of the field of activity. This refers to the practice, which is absolutely indispensable.
Madame Blavatsky called for what?
This force in the human organism is called Kundalini, the serpent power.
There are any number of systems which attempt to tell unwary students how to awaken the sleeping. Kundalini. They are too often successful, and the results of their misguided efforts are human wrecks and derelicts, people driven to madness and obsession. For the fact is that Kundalini is a real force, and is as powerful in destruction as it is in integration. Every person automatically receives the instruction he needs to awaken. Kundalini. When the time comes for that awakening, in the meantime, listen to no one who tells you that he can help you to unfold powers by setting the serpent force in action. Such practices are the most dangerous known to man. The proper way to prepare yourself for the time when you can do such a thing safely is to learn how to control your body, your mind, and your emotions. When you have done this, you will know what your next step is to be. Kundalini is not a force to be feared. You really use it every day of your life, but you use it naturally.
What's the importance? There are any number of systems which attempt to tell unwary students how to awaken the sleeping. Kundalini. They are too often successful, and the results of their misguided efforts are human wrecks and derelicts, people driven to madness and obsession. For the fact is that Kundalini is a real force, and is as powerful in destruction as it is in integration. This instruction he needs to awaken. Kundalini. When the time comes for that awakening, in the meantime, listen to anyone who tells you you can help you to unfold powers by setting the serpent force in action. Such practices are the most dangerous known to man. The proper way to prepare yourself for the time when you can do such a thing safely is to control your emotions. When you have done this, you will know what your next step is to be. It's not a focus to be full. You refuse every day. But music naturally.
Without giving it conscious attention, for even in its latent state, it is the force behind your activities. It is automatically controlled by subconsciousness. Subconsciousness is the woman in key 8, and she has the complete control, because tarot works by giving suggestions to subconsciousness. It works automatically towards the expansion of consciousness that makes for an ever greater control over continually increasing powers of the other symbolism in this key has been explained elsewhere. 9! The Hermit! The Hermit represents the one identity. For I am, he represents the consciousness of the man who has attained enlightenment. And he stands upon the mountain peaks as a light bearer for those below him on the path. He is solitary, alone. This symbolism points to the fact that in reality the central self of every one of us, which seems to us to be separate from every other self, is that same one identity. Because this key represents the one identity, it also symbolizes will, since the manifested universe came into being by an act of the primal will of the one identity. The Hermit's grave by its color symbolizes the neutralization of all the pairs of opposites in manifestation by each other, because opposite colors mixed equally produce gray. The star corresponds to will and the archetypal world. He stands in darkness because what is behind our personifications of the supreme reality is dark and incomprehensible to our intellects. Yet he carries the golden six-rayed light, symbolizing cosmic principles and laws as our consciousness awakens to the understanding of these laws. Madame Blavatsky called for what? This force in the human organism is called Kundalini, the serpent's power. There are any number of systems which attempt to tell unwary students how to awaken the sleeping. Kundalini. They are too often successful, and the results of their misguided efforts are human wrecks and derelicts, people driven to madness and obsession. For the fact is that Kundalini is a real force and is as powerful in destruction as it is in integration. Every person automatically receives the instruction he needs to awaken. Kundalini. When the time comes for that awakening, in the meantime, listen to no one who tells you that he can help you to unfold powers by setting the serpent force in action. Such practices are the most dangerous known to man. The proper way to prepare yourself for the time when you can do such a thing safely is to learn how to control your body, your mind, and your emotions. When you have done this, you will know what your next step is to be. Kundalini is not a force to be feared. You really use it every day of your life, but you use it naturally and without giving it conscious attention. For even in its latent state, it is the force behind your activities. It is automatically controlled by subconsciousness. Subconsciousness is the woman in Kiev, and she has the lion in complete control. Because tarot works by giving suggestions to subconsciousness, it works automatically towards the expansion of consciousness that makes for an ever greater control over continually increasing powers of personality. The other symbolism in this key has been explained elsewhere. 9! The Hermit! The Hermit represents the one identity. For I am, he represents the consciousness of the man who has attained enlightenment. And he stands upon the mountain peaks as a light bearer for those below him on the path. He is solitary, alone. This symbolism points to the fact that in reality the central self of every one of us, which seems to us to be separate from every other self, is that same one identity. Because this key represents the one identity, it also symbolizes will. Since the manifested universe came into being by an act of the primal will of the one identity. The hermit's gray robe, by its color, symbolizes the neutralization of the pairs of opposites in manifestation by each other. Because opposite colors mixed equally produce gray. The star corresponds to will, and the archetypal world. He stands in darkness, because what is behind our personifications of the Supreme? Reality is dark and incomprehensible to our intellects. Yet he carries the golden six-rayed light, symbolizing cosmic principles and laws as our consciousness awakens to the understanding of these laws. Madame Blavatsky called for what?
This force in the human organism is called Kundalini, the serpent power.
There are any number of systems which attempt to tell unwary students how to awaken the sleeping. Kundalini. They are too often successful, and the results of their misguided efforts are human wrecks and derelicts, people driven to madness and obsession. For the fact is that Kundalini is a real force, and is as powerful in destruction as it is in integration. Every person automatically receives the instruction he needs to awaken. Kundalini. When the time comes for that awakening, in the meantime, listen to no one who tells you that he can help you to unfold powers by setting the serpent force in action. Such practices are the most dangerous known to man. The proper way to prepare yourself for the time when you can do such a thing safely is to learn how to control your body, your mind, and your emotions. When you have done this, you will know what your next step is to be. Kundalini is not a force to be feared. You really use it every day of your life, but you use it naturally and without giving it conscious attention. For even in its latent state, it is the force behind your activities. It is automatically controlled by subconsciousness. Subconsciousness is the woman in Kiev, and she has the lion in complete control, because tarot works by giving suggestions to subconsciousness. It works automatically towards the expansion of consciousness that makes for an ever greater control over continually increasing powers of personality. The other symbolism in this key has been explained elsewhere. 9. The Hermit. The Hermit represents the one identity. Or I am, he represents the consciousness of the man who has attained enlightenment. And he stands upon the mountain peaks as a light bearer for those below him on the path. He is solitary, alone. This symbolism points to the fact that in reality the central self of every one of us, which seems to us to be separate from every other self, is that same one identity. Because this key represents the one identity, it also symbolizes will. Since the manifested universe came into being by an act of the primal will of the one identity. The hermit's gray robe, by its color, symbolizes the neutralization of all the pairs of opposites in manifestation. the understanding of these laws. Madame Blavatsky called for what?
This force in the human organism is called Kundalini, the serpent's power.
There are any number of systems which attempt to tell unwary students how to awaken the sleeping. Kundalini. They are too often successful, and the results of their misguided efforts are human wrecks and derelicts, people driven to madness and obsession. For the fact is that Kundalini is a real force, and is as powerful in destruction as it is in integration. Every person automatically receives the instruction he needs to awaken. Kundalini. When the time comes for that awakening, in the meantime, listen to no one who tells you that he can help you to unfold powers by setting the serpent force in action. Such practices are the most dangerous known to man. The proper way to prepare yourself for the time when you can do such a thing safely is to learn how to control your body, your mind, and your emotions. When you have done this, you will know what your next step is to be. Kundalini is not a force to be feared. You really use it every day of your life, but you use it naturally and without giving it conscious attention. For even in its latent state, it is the force behind your activities. It is automatically controlled by subconsciousness. Subconsciousness is the woman in Kiev, and she has the lion in complete control, because tarot works by giving suggestions to subconsciousness. It works automatically towards the expansion of consciousness that makes for an ever greater control over continually increasing powers of personality. The other symbolism in this key has been explained elsewhere. 9! The Hermit! The Hermit represents the one identity. For I am, he represents the consciousness of the man who has attained enlightenment. And he stands upon the mountain peaks as a light bearer for those below him on the path. He is solitary, alone. This symbolism points to the fact that in reality the central self of every one of us, which seems to us to be separate from every other self, is that same one identity. Because this key represents the one identity, it also symbolizes will. Since the manifested universe came into being by an act of the primal will of the one identity. The hermit's gray robe, by its color, symbolizes the neutralization of the pairs of opposites in manifestation. principles, and laws as our consciousness awakens to the understanding of these laws. Madame Blavatsky called for what?
This force in the human organism is called Kundalini, the serpent's power.
There are any number of systems which attempt to tell unwary students how to awaken the sleeping. Kundalini. They are too often successful, and the results of their misguided efforts are human wrecks and derelicts, people driven to madness and obsession. For the fact is that Kundalini is a real force, and is as powerful in destruction as it is in integration. Every person automatically receives the instruction he needs to awaken. Kundalini. When the time comes for that awakening, in the meantime, listen to no one who tells you that he can help you to unfold powers by setting the serpent force in action. Such practices are the most dangerous known to man. The proper way to prepare yourself for the time when you can do such a thing safely is to learn how to control your body, your mind, and your emotions. When you have done this, you will know what your next step is to be. Kundalini is not a force to be feared. You really use it every day of your life, but you use it naturally and without giving it conscious attention. For even in its latent state, it is the force behind your activities. It is automatically controlled by subconsciousness. Subconsciousness is the woman in Kiev, and she has the lion in complete control, because tarot works by giving suggestions to subconsciousness. It works automatically towards the expansion of consciousness that makes for an ever greater control over continually increasing powers of personality. The other symbolism in this key has been explained elsewhere. 9! The Hermit! The Hermit represents the one identity. Or I am, he represents the consciousness of the man who has attained enlightenment. And he stands upon the mountain peaks as a light bearer for those below him on the path. He is solitary, alone. This symbolism points to the fact that in reality the central self of every one of us, which seems to us to be separate from every other.
Let's try something.
Better, Ollie.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, nothing says honesty like taking the fifth, huh, Doc? Let's try something. What day of the week is it today?
Better, Ollie.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, nothing said.
The Hermit's gray robe, by its color, symbolizes the neutralization atomic crimson walls, and lost as our consciousness awakens to the understanding of these laws.
Where demon comes from it.
Madame Blavatsky called for what? Now ye shall know that the chosen priest, that ox of infinite space,
Federal.
is the prince, priest, the beast, and in his woman called the Scarlet Woman is all power given. They shall gather my children into their fold. They shall bring the glory of the stars into the hearts of men. 16, for he is ever a sun and she a moon, but to him is the winged secret flame, and to her the stooping starlight. But ye are not so chosen. 18 burn upon their brows, O splendorous serpent. 19, O azure-lidded woman, bend upon them. 20, the key of the rituals is in the secret word which I have given unto him. Democracy, daughters, ferocious fascism, cackling communism, equally fraught, cavort crazily all over the globe. They are hemming us in. They are abortive births of the child. The new aeon us. Liberty stirs
special profess houses will be established for their convenience, should they wish to take advantage of them. 69 The Order offers great social advantages to its members, bringing them as it does into constant association with men and women of high rank. 70 The Order offers extraordinary opportunities to its members in their trades, businesses, or professions, aiding them by cooperation and securing their clients or customers. Elephant House! Elephant House! 71 The Order offers friendship to its members, bringing together men and women of similar character, taste, and aspiration. 70 The Secrecy of the Order provides its members with an inviolable shroud of concealment. 70 The Crime of Slander, which causes so great a proportion of human misery, is rendered extremely dangerous, if not impossible, within the Order by a clause in the obligation of the third degree. Every brother shall seek constantly to give pleasure to all brethren with whom he is acquainted, whether by entertainment or conversation, or in any other manner that may suggest itself. It will frequently and naturally arise that love itself springs up between members of the order, for that they have so many and sacred interests in common. Such love is peculiarly holy and is to be encouraged. All children of brethren are to be considered as children of the whole order, and to be protected and aided in every way by its members, severally, as by its organization collectively. No distinction is to be made with regard to the conditions surrounding the birth of any child. 50. There is an especially sacred duty which every brother should fulfill with regard to all children, those born without the order included. This duty is to instruct them in the law of the Lima, to teach them independence and freedom of thought and character, and to warn them that servility and cowardice are the most deadly diseases of the human soul.
Personal or domestic attendants should be chosen from among the members of the order. When possible, and great tact and courtesy are to be employed in dealing with them. 17. They, on their part, will render willing and intelligent service. 18. While in lodge, and on special occasions, they are to be treated as brothers, with perfect equality. Such behavior is undesirable during the hours of service, and familiarity, subversive as it is of all discipline and order, is to be avoided by adopting a complete and marked change of manner and address. 19. This applies to all persons in subordinate positions, but not to the brethren servient in the profess houses of the order, who, giving service without recompense, are to be honored as hosts. 20. In case of the sickness of any brother, it is the duty of all brethren who know him personally to attend him, to see that he want for nothing, and to report, if necessary, his needs to the lodge or to Grand Lodge itself. 20. Those brethren who happen to be doctors or nurses will naturally give their skill and care with even more than their customary joy in service. 20. All brethren are bound by their fealty to offer their service in their particular trade, business, or profession to the Grand Lodge, for example. A stationer will supply Grand Lodge with paper, vellum, and the like. A bookseller offer any books to the library of Grand Lodge, which the librarian may desire to possess. A lawyer will execute any legal business for Grand Lodge. And a railway or steamship owner will erect a see to it that the great officers travel in comfort wherever they may wish to go. 20. Visitors from other lodges are to be accorded the treatment of ambassadors. This will apply most especially to Sovereign Grand Inspector Generals of the Order on their tours of inspection. All hospitality
Symbolizes receptivity. These properties are those of the subconscious mind.
You will be able to see readily that the factors of reflection and duplication are essential to the faculty of memory, which is symbolized by this key.
The universal substance has been called by some modern scientists flying stuff.
Occultists have known for ages that the universe is really made up of mental energy.
This primordial substance known to the Hindus as Prakriti
Has always been symbolized by water, and by a virgin, the high priestess is a virgin.
that predominates in this
As well as the flowing robe represents water.
The curtain behind the high priestess is a symbol of virginity.
It connects the two pillars of light and darkness and all other pairs of opposites, thus symbolizing the associative powers of subconsciousness.
This symbolism of pairs of opposites is also carried out by their ornaments on the veil,
Which symbolizes the active and passive modes of the life power self-expression.
The symbolism of the stone cube is to evolve to give here at length.
But we may say that stone is an esoteric word representing union, life, and wisdom. The silver crown represents the waxing and waning of the moon, thus representing periodicity and rhythm.
The scroll represents memory, history, the record of experience.
The word Torah signifies love. The Empress. Fundamentally, this key represents creative imagination. All of its symbolism refers basically to reproduction, multiplication, and growth, in direct contrast to the virginal high priestess.
The Empress is a pregnant matron.
She is Venus, goddess of love, beauty, growth, and fruitfulness.
Venus, the Prince, Mother, Principle, and Nature.
She represents the activity of the subconscious craving. The stream and waterfall symbolize the stream of consciousness. It flows from the robe of the high priestess, as do all of the streams pictured in the turret. The water falling into the pool is again a representation of the positive and negative potencies of the life force. These potencies are also symbolized by the scepter of the Empress.
Our art and gold, this and trees are all Venusian symbols. The necklace of seven symbolizes the astrological planets, and the streams about her head represent the 12 signs of the zodiac.
For the Emperor. The fundamental meaning of the fourth key is reason. The key is called the Emperor, and the Emperor is one who oversees and controls. This is the basic function of reason, for by it we supervise and control our daily activities. Vision is also apart or to separate. In addition to that, the zodiacal sign, Gemini, is attributed to this key. Gemini means the twins and its sign is approximately 2. This gives a clue to the occult doctrine that all opposites are really but different aspects of one thing, and that they are complementary. The title, The Lovers, brings this out even more graphically. The sun is a symbol of enlightenment, and the one force which is differentiated into pairs of opposites. The angel represents superconsciousness, and the clouds indicate that this is partly hidden from us at our present stage of conscious unfoldment. The mountain symbolizes attainment. The man and woman are Adam and Eve, or the prototypes of the specialization of the life force as male and female. The tree of 12 flames behind the man represents the signs of the zodiac, and that behind the woman, the 5 senses. The latter carries out the idea of discrimination between opposites, because it bears the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. In addition, the 5 senses are instruments which enable us to discriminate between one thing and another. The serpent represents the occult force known as Kundalini. See explanation of key 8.
Libertarians here is the inner self, the sphinxes are the senses. The reins by which she drives them, which you will note are invisible, represents the mind.
The chariot itself is the body, and it is drawn by the sphinxes. Advancement in occult world depends upon the realization of the facts portrayed in this key. For it is only when we understand these facts that we allow the real self to guide our personalities. The charioteer is a victor. This key represents the conquest of represents the celestial forces whose descent into matter is the cause of all manifestation. On the shield in front of the chariot is the Hindu lingam yoni, symbolizing the union of opposite forces. Above the shield is a winged globe. The globe is the sun. The wings represent the alchemical element of air, which carries the power of the solar rays. The wheels represent rotation or cyclic activity. The scepter, a combined crescent and figure 8, symbolizes the combined powers represented in tarot by the magician and the high priestess.
Has a very profound esoteric significance, is a representation of the great of faith.
Members of the order will be permitted to use the library in any of our provost houses. 47 circulating libraries will presently be established. 48 brethren who may be traveling have a right to the hospitality of the master, of the lodge, of the district, for a period of 3 days. May be invited to sojourn in the professed houses of the order by Grand Lodge, and such invitation may confidently be expected as the reward of merit. There they will be able to make the personal acquaintance of members of the higher grades, learn of the deeper workings of the order, obtain the benefit of personal instruction, and in all ways fit themselves for advancement. May be asked to reside permanently in such houses. 51 in the higher degrees, brethren, have the right to reside in our professed houses for a portion of every year, as shown. 2 weeks prison and 2 months GT, 1 month SGC, 3 months PRS, 6 weeks net 6 months. The 2 members of the IA who share among themselves a portion of the order according to the rules of that degree may
racist.
Every brother is expected to do all in his power to induce his personal friends to accept the law and join the order. He should therefore endeavor to make new friends outside the order for the purpose of widening its stay. Tweet, out, there, Fortunately, the brethren are bound to secrecy only with regard to the nature of the rituals of our order and to our word signs until the general principles of the order may be fully explained, so far as they are understood below the shelf. As it is written, the ordeals I write not. The rituals shall be half known and half concealed. The law is for all. It's to be observed the punctual performance of these duties, so that the report thereof is noised abroad, and the fame of it cometh even unto the throne of the supreme and holy King himself. Will weigh heavily in the scale when it comes to be a question of the high advancement of a brother. In name.
I'm
For real, way more than me. Way more
I
than
agree. No, the MAGA likes to suck dick.
You're good. You're good, Jay.
I mean, I think
And they don't suck it well either.
I think y'all assertions are a little bit absurd, man. These niggas let all y'all speak, whether they agree with y'all or not. All type of hate speech that goes on. Don't nobody get moved down. Only time y'all do get moved down is if you're constantly interrupting, and then we still bring y'all up 10, 20 times. So it's ridiculous.
To be
that
fair,
y'all
in
make
those
these
large
assertions.
left-wing rooms where JJ is, JJ would call me, "Hey girl," I've moderated you on here. I didn't kick you ever down, and you would say, "Hey girl," and talk shit to me. You guys would kick me down, talk shit to me. To be fair,
Recently?
not recently. Months ago.
This is the only
They are far
room.
more
Probably
tolerant
is.
here of dissident voices than
You don't ever
like
get- you don't get-
Lisa's